Hey guys, welcome. All right, so let me just wait for just a second for people to come in. Okay. So where we left off, we were actually building this little temple thing here, and it's looking pretty freaking good. Although over here, I do wanna just get rid of any inconsistencies with the build itself, because there are a couple. Um, like over here, I'm just gonna get rid of all the deep slate here. And then I'm going to replace it all. Okay, wait, hold on. Over here, we want to have the pillar go down lower. And over here, we want this to go down lower. Here, we also want that as well. And, yeah, we're just going to kind of... make it look really nice. Hey, Fire, welcome back. I only see you on my Minecraft streams. I've been doing a lot more streams this year. I don't see you on any others other than Minecraft. Such a big Minecraft fan, I guess. Alright. For this, I guess we can do chiseled. Deep slate here, like that. I guess we'd have to copy the design on this side, but we're gonna need more chiseled deep slate for that. I don't really know where to get it from. Kinda has to go down like that. I was busy with school. That's okay. Everybody's busy with school, so I understand. That did kind of scare me just a tiny bit, I will admit. Let me just make a furnace real quick. And then place it down here, and then... do I have any coal here? Of course I do. I have somewhere. Yeah, I do have like a whole stack of it for some reason. Use this stack of coal just to get this here. To get chiseled deep slate, I forgot how to do it. You need to make... damn, I totally forgot. Oh, no, you don't need a furnace. Okay, never mind. You need to do something like this. We need to do... no. We need bricks. Bricks, and then you do this, and then you put them vertical? No, I guess not. I guess I got it wrong twice. How do you make chiseled? I don't have the recipe for it, I guess. Okay, cool then. Maybe it's this? Yeah, I think it's deep slate tiles. No, that makes cracked deep slate tiles. How do you make chiseled deep slate? Chiseled deep slate recipe. 2 cobbled deep slate slabs in a 3x3 crafting grid. Okay. Do this. Okay, there you go. And then you just do this, and then we can get 3 of those. I don't know if 3 is enough, but it's fine, I think. Yeah, we need 4, I think. So I guess I'll look for like 1 more within the build itself, and then we'll place it there. So I'm pretty sure we have something somewhere. Over here, I kind of want to put polished deep slate going around, kind of like a frame of sorts. Let me just switch back to OBS real quick. All right. I'm really just gonna like make it up as I go with these builds here. It is gonna be a little difficult to do that sometimes because of how much destruction some of them have gone through. But I think we'll manage. To be honest, I don't think that it's gonna be way too difficult or anything. So for the sides here, I'm thinking just regular deep slate bricks would do the trick. I think that would be really cool. If we just did this and then made windows kind of like like that. And then made it go all the way to the top like this. And then at the top we can make like an angled roof of sorts. The way I would do it, I don't really know yet, but maybe I'll figure it out later. Usually with most of these details, I kind of just like make them up as I go. This one, that one's, okay, that one's 4 blocks tall. I want to make this one also 4 blocks. Is that good enough? Yep. I'm probably going to stream Minecraft for 2 hours today. I haven't been doing a lot of Minecraft, and quite frankly, I'm actually happy that I started recording, or sorry, live streaming other things. I did have a fairly large portion of my fan base, or I guess you could call it one, liking all the Minecraft stuff. But it's also just really nice to have something else to do, something else to stream. Finally, I have a lot of games to get to, and I can actually get to them finally because I can actually like enjoy them on the stream. Okay, over on the other side, we're also gonna make an elevated window, kind of. I think that'd be like pretty neat. Okay, the window begins on this block, goes up 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up to the side here, and then drop down, do this. Boom. So yeah, that's cool. For the back side, I do kind of want to do something like this, where I have the back side be a little more like the front side in terms of design. So the way we're going to do this is we're just going to mirror the other side. I do need to see how it is that I did it, though. Hold on. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, yeah. We kind of do something like this. This one's going to be like a, I don't know, like a, honestly, the whole lore of the ancient city, if I were to just like bring it up, because I did actually write the lore for the world for the ancient city, because I feel like that's like something that I could do to spice up the world, is just have a lore for it. So, because at the end of this, I can probably like submit this as like a finished lore, I guess, or have like a 1.0 lore version that anybody can like access and play around with and explore the world for themselves and stuff. So that's something that we can genuinely do. I did always want to make like a multi, or not a multiplayer, an adventure map for Minecraft, but like make it survival themed. Okay, bucket list lore. That's what it is. So, to reiterate what the lore is for the ancient city, because we haven't really like spoken about it for a really long time. Builders and traders who lived underground met together. And the builders and traders are basically like Minecraft players and villagers. Like back then, villagers used to be like a lot more like sentient and not like NPCs. So, this is all just made up in my head, by the way, just like for future reference. So for anybody that's wondering, like this is all just like stuff that I've made up, literally just to make my world a little more interesting to look through and talk about and stuff. So they created an ancient city as a hub for commerce and as a monument of their successes. So that's what we have to build the entire ancient city around. So people would eventually die of old age in this place, and their bodies would be put into like a large cemetery, which is great because there's actually a part of the ancient city right down there. Do you see where those candles are? This is where the cemetery would technically be. It would be like, there'd be like tombs down there, and where the tombs would be, there'd be like, the body count would get so high that there was just no more room in the cemetery or in the tombs. And at this point, a dark mold-like substance would begin to grow from the bodies of the dead. And it was given like many names. It was called growth, mold, and goo. But now, like by historians, it's called Sculk. So like, they've kind of dubbed it what the Minecraft name of it is, so that it kind of just fits in with the Minecraft stuff. I just think that would like be really cool, and it is. It does sound really cool. So the functions of this mold originally were to distill and make like alcohol and stuff. It was kind of used as kind of like a fungus um to be fermented in a way. And some keen brewers and distillers would see applications of the mold early on with like one big company, which I do not have a name for yet, making a name for itself as the single best distributor. Single best distributor of liquor in the world because of its unique secret recipe, which would then be discovered by health inspectors as that mold. To mass produce this drink, the liquor distributors would buy mass graves from villages that are underground, such as this one, or take dead bodies that no one would care about just to keep producing the mold for themselves. So they would actually take bodies and buy bodies off of like villages and like pay them off to get bodies to bring them underground and use them to produce more mold. So to mass produce this drink, that's what they did. And they would also like take dead bodies from like random people that would like be willing to sell them. So there would be like sketchy people going around just trying to sell bodies to people, or sorry, take bodies from people to whatever, what's it called, essentially, hold on, I feel like I do want the backside to be different than the front side. Yeah, I think that's fine. I do also want to make a different design for it. Let's just pull it out. I think something like this would be perfect because it doesn't copy the back design. It does its own kind of thing. And then here we can put like blue stained, cyan stained glass because it fits with like the wool color. Yeah, okay. Anyways, let me continue. So, they would also just, sometimes they would actually have like malicious practices in the background happening that they would like steal bodies from people as well. Just because they believe that, oh, they wouldn't care about that too much if we took the body from them. So they themselves had discovered that the mold takes on a terrible taste and smell when exposed to direct sunlight and would cease to grow. So it would essentially die when it's exposed to sunlight, like direct sunlight only though. So like actual light, like torches, is like it's like non-natural light, and it would like not really react to it that much, but it would react to sunlight and it would cease to grow at that point. So that's an interesting little lore tidbit for you. The company would then invent these things called black houses. They're basically greenhouses, but they grow the mold in complete darkness, even containing airlocks to prevent light from getting in at all times. Kind of like those like red rooms or whatever they're called, like the rooms where like the photosensitive or like what's it called, whenever you're like Polaroids, whenever you're making Polaroids and you want to make them like come in, like the light, you want the light to like show up on it properly. Like, yeah, that's what you would use it for. So like black houses were very similar to that in the sense that they would be used to kind of like prevent light from getting into the room at all times to contaminate the mold and have it grow at like max speed essentially. Eventually, not knowing the dangers of this new mold, the health inspectors would ramp up in suspicion, causing a shortage of this addictive beverage since the company was trying to avoid a legal suit for collecting dead body and harvesting mass graves, so they had to stop doing it. Like, they had to cease doing it completely for a short time because sort of health inspectors were trying to, you know, look into them. Eventually, a team of licensed scientists would be sent to investigate the mold in greater detail. Then they would eventually uncover something bigger. And they would figure out that bedrock emanates a unique like chemical compound that when combined with the corpses of the dead would spread this mold. The scientists who came to this conclusion would later be proven completely wrong, but this almost marked the end of the company as the scientists were getting incredibly close to discovering the truth behind the company's large mold farming operation when the health inspectors had asked where their incredibly large yield of mold came from. So when the scientists would like ask where their mold came from, that's when, like, what's it called? The company started to, like, fold, basically. They just started to go, no comment, you know, like, none of your business. So that's that. So eventually they would uncover something bigger. And what else? They could not find any evidence behind the mold farming operation, as they had made all offers under the table and had seized their operations when suspicion grew high. In even going as far as to, like, burn the dead bodies that they still had and getting rid of them. This probably would, like, have a name, since it was actually kind of like a big historical event for them. When it was discovered that they did end up burning all the dead bodies. So that's pretty interesting. They would soon close their doors, as continuing to operate their illegal mold farm was going to raise the suspicions of the health inspectors again. So their contribution to the liquor business would become priceless, since more liquor distributors would open their doors once Sculk began to multiply in the depths below uncontrollably due to the original abandonment of several dead body caches that existed underground in places like these, where they just forgot to, like, burn dead bodies and nobody found them ever again. So then the mold would grow virulent eventually. Anyways, so that's like part one of that story. I do want to make the building here consistent. Oops, I'll take this one out. Oh, there's one more up there. Oof. Oh, that was so nice. I had to, like, move my cursor a little bit just to reach it. Okay. So this here is the entrance, and entrances will usually just be open-ended, I believe. I think I like the whole idea of having, like, an open entrance, kind of like that. And these steps going inside are also pretty cool. I do kind of want to have, like, guardrails, sort of. So as I'm building more of the deep dark here, I'm gonna be, like, explaining more of the lore, so you guys can kind of, like, get interested in what world I've crafted in my little Minecraft world. Okay, so what else do we need? We need more what's it called? I'm gonna make more chiseled deep slate, and then we're going to use it to make. No, we're not gonna use it to make anything, but we are gonna make. I think I need a stone cutter. Do I have any iron around here? Probably not. It's really hard to find iron down here. All right. I guess we're gonna do this without a stone cutter at the moment, but later on maybe we'll get it if we really need it later on, which we probably will. So I'll just do this then for that, and then for polished deep slate, we'll take all of it and do that. And for deep slate bricks, we'll do that. Just so that I have, like, a bunch of stairs chilling in the back. Just for later, I guess. So the steps themselves will be made of this. You walk in, and there's a nice entrance area here. This right here will be kind of a way to look out the window. Although what I really do want to do is take all of this, and what I might do is... Do I have more? Yeah, I do. I can make more like this, and then this. Okay. Then what we can do is move this pillar up, like, 2 blocks. Let me just... Oh, man, it's actually getting dark in here. It's good that no mobs spawn in here, so, like, it can literally pass as a village. Okay, so the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna have 2 platforms. One is over here, set up against this place here. And then the other one is going to be on this side, set up against here, with this sort of design, I believe. And I'm just gonna move this here. Let me just do that, and I'm only gonna probably need, like, 3 pieces here. So that's that, and that's that. I do want to make the rest of the floor here kind of, like, a little cracked, maybe. like that. And then we can keep placing the deep slate tiles here. And then we can place a staircase going up like this. Sorry, that was misplaced. My eye itches, like my actual eye itches right now, so I'm like in a bit of a weird place, I think. Over here, I do want to make the corner pieces out of this material here, just because it looks cool. And then now we can replace the pillar that was right here to, then we have to do chiseled piece here, and then another piece here, and then torch right on here. Over here, it can be kind of like an offering stand of some sort. I don't really know what I'm trying to go for, but we'll see how it ends up at the end. Maybe I'll have like a cool lore behind each building too. I'm okay with going really ambitious with this world because I don't know, I like going ambitious in general, so it's pretty nice. From the outside it looks pretty cool, from the inside it also looks really cool. This is kind of like the first building and it's going really well. I do want to figure out what I want to do for the roof because I do kind of want to have a complicated roof in a way. So, while I go and try to find like iron for a stone cutter, I'll go and talk a little more about the lore of the world. So, later on, after the closure of the first liquor business that used the mold, other liquor businesses would emerge that weren't as big as it, but they would use certain practices that were a little more, I guess, normalized and more like, I guess, more proper, I would say. I would say that they were like more proper practices. They would use mold that grew already down here because of numerous years of in operation of the liquor business. The mold kind of grew exponentially and it continued to grow exponentially. And they could just wait long enough to be able to like just make more mold. To the point where it became like a pretty much like a self-growing type of thing. Like you could grow it like a plant and all it needed was to be in the dark. Ouch. Oh my gosh, it's a whole other cave. That's actually really scary. There's so many mobs here. Oh boy. So after that, the mold would actually start to be used in medical appliances because that's what actual mold is sometimes used for, sometimes. Very occasionally, though. I can't really recall specific instances of this, but I'm pretty sure that's an actual thing. Oh boy. There's a lot of diamonds here. What the heck? Man, that's really cool. How do I not have, like, a bow? Or not a bow. How do I not have a shield right now? I can go back there now. Where's back there? Damn it, dude, I lost my spot. Fine. We'll get back there in a second. So, they'd become extremely valuable in the business of... Hold on, where the hell am I? Okay. And it was used in some certain miracle cures for diseases and even helped with mental deterioration. The reason why this is currently unknown to me personally, if I were to inject myself into the story. But maybe later on I would. So two large medicine companies would actually start to fight neck and neck and have like a duopoly. I think that's what it's called, where it's like two big companies are basically fighting for the top, or they are the top. And they would fight for the mold and create similar black houses to create more mold, except they would do it on such a large scale that you can cover entire football fields with black houses, as they were trying to take the less illegal route of producing the mold. Since so many black houses existed above, the mold could flourish with the help of villagers above, but deep below, it spread incredibly quickly. And since it was left untouched mostly, and so was the civilization dwelling deep below, no one ever knew about what was truly happening down in what is now known as the ancient city. So, stuff was happening down there and nobody knew about it because it was just all left abandoned, but there were still people living there, you know? Like, it wasn't just, like, abandoned. It was just forgotten about deep in the depths of this ancient city. And there were still people living here, you know, actual, like, researchers and people and residents and all sorts of stuff like that. Like, people used to genuinely just live here. And it was pretty cool. Until it wasn't, which is what we'll get to in a second. Hold on, I just need to use this and then place these down. And then do this, this, and that. Just in case we're going to need more than we think we need. Okay. So, some people began in the ancient city. So we're now down in the ancient city, and this is all happening while the whole fight is going on the surface about, like, oh, who's going to make more of these ingredients? And who's going to, like, be on top, basically. So, let me just see if this is possible. No, I think we need actual cobble. Wait, let me just see if there's a way to do it. Stone cutter. Is that the only way you can make it with just, like, regular stone? That's such a, like, a cock block moment. Okay. Yeah, there's literally no other way. We literally just have to go and find stone. And we're kind of... Wait a second, is that stone up there? Yeah, that is. Okay, we can actually just go up there. I guess I'll do that. Oh! Oh, it's a hold deep. Oh! Thanks for that. Actually, give me a little boost. Okay. We need 1, 2, and 3, and then we can go back down. Okay, so now we can make a stone cutter. Let's go do that. And I'm going to put it down here in a little crafting area. The reason I'm doing this is so that we can... make more stairs, and it's more efficient to make the stairs out of this method here. And slabs as well. Well, slabs, it's not actually more efficient, but it is just, like, you know, much better because now I can, like, do it more precisely, I guess. Sorry for that voice crack. That was terrible. That was actually mortifying. So let's continue talking about this story a little bit more. So some people began developing recurring nightmares of warped versions of their city, kind of like think about the Upside Down in Stranger Things, kind of. With some people banding together to speak out about the shared nightmares. People would then develop insanity and lash out at other people. Some would begin to hear voices while they were awake too. The mold began growing uncontrollably from the cemetery, growing so quickly that within 3 days' time, a whole house could be devoured by the mold. An investigation was launched by a small group of researchers living in the ancient city, and based on numerous diagnoses and testimonies from people living within the city, they deduced that there might be some sort of a creature trying to reach out to people below the bedrock, because everybody's starting to speak about a similar nightmare where there's a creature speaking to them with like a deep voice. And it's like really scary, but soothing at the same time. So like they're having conflicting thoughts about it. And so there's a creature below the bedrock. So that's what people have deduced. So the original scientists deducing that like there's a scientific thing to it. No, it's all about a creature living below the bedrock, apparently. And this conclusion was correct, and the mold did not grow from the bedrock. It came from underneath to eat the decomposing bodies. And there's a creature below it that seems to want all of its subjects to obey and let us in. And the crazed citizens would become a hive mind, or what seemed to be a cult, that would chase down the uninfected residents and turn them into infected ones. So the Sculk became actually like virulent, which is like pretty freaking neat. Like that is cool as heck. Like, wow, guys, this is awesome. Awesome lore, guys. For this creature, I kind of took inspiration from like Gravemind. Me that's not within the story, but the actual me that's making the story. I took inspiration from the Gravemind because the Gravemind is a really, really cool creature. And I really like the idea behind the Gravemind. So, yeah, that's that. I did want to kind of decide what I want to do for the roof, and for that, I guess I'm going to have to use... Okay. Ow! I just smacked my head like a silly guy. Okay. Here I'm gonna do something weird. I think starting from here. Then we're going to extend this out like that. Whoops. And we're kind of just gonna do this like weird roof design here. Or in the corners as well. It kind of just does this outward thing here with a little sprinkle on top. Okay, I need to make more slabs, and with that I need more deep slate, which we have a full chest of, sort of, kind of. And I need to put it in the stone cutter. And then make like just a bunch of deep slate slabs here, like that. And I'm also going to make a stack of this and a whole stack of polished ones, just in case we need all of that as well. Damn it, dude, I failed. Okay, wait. The hell? There's... Oh, it's above. It's above me. That's crazy. Okay, so this creature that lives under would make people become infected with Sculk and would talk to them in their dreams. In fact, sometimes they would become delusional and daydream and would see this creature as like hallucinations and hear it and stuff. And that sounds really, really cool. Although that you probably would not want to be that person. So then eventually, things got a little worse, obviously. And I just need to get to that in a second. I do want to get to that. I just need to do a bit of... Sorry, that was an accident. Okay. I was so expecting to take fall damage for no reason there, by the way. So this goes out by 1, and these all kind of just go out by 1 as well. Whoops, I think I went a little too far here. Yeah, I think that's good. And then maybe we can even make like a weirder roof design here where it's kind of like goes out by another one like that. Okay, maybe that'll work, maybe it won't. We'll see in a second when I double check over the design. All right, there's also this thing on this side that I'm gonna do boink here. The crates, so let me just, the researchers that were there and figured out about this whole thing while they were there taking testimonies from the villagers as the Skulk was spreading, they would try to flee. And with one of them becoming infected and chasing the other 2 out of the city, one of the researchers would then later publish a book about their scientific findings. The book becomes increasingly more deranged as the pages turn, so it's safe to assume that either the author had gone insane due to post-traumatic stress during the time of its writing, or they were infected after all and couldn't see the light of day to be able to reverse the effects. I do need to make an organic way of finding that book, though. So that's going to be a nice little challenge for me. I'm already out of this stack here. I need more. Okay. So let's just extend it by 1 here. And then that is already extended by 1. So over here we got to do 1, 2, 3. And then kind of want to do something like... Yeah, this is a rightfully creepy soundtrack right here. It's pretty good, honestly. I like how there's like some weird like distorted woodwind like sound. I like that. Um, the fanatical residents would build a massive structure above their museum. This mirror would work with the mold to create a passageway to a skulk-filled underworld that is a mirrored version of the world above. Some citizens would sleep up to 72 hours just to be able to speak to this creature that would appear in their dreams. This would also mean that they did not even eat during this entire time. So their body would decompose, but the mold would grow in the places where the body would start to like eat itself. So this is going to get really graphic. I apologize for the younger viewers, but this is really good lore. I think that this is like Five Nights at Freddy's tier lore, dude. Um and while this mold grows constantly, it will basically take over the parts of the body that are decomposing because of like the fact that they have not eaten. They're like half dead. Basically, they become undead, in a way, which is like really cool idea. So otherwise, if the citizens would sleep up to 72 hours just to be able to speak to this creature, and because of that, they wouldn't eat. So they would decompose, and or they would like become really, really extremely skinny and begin to look really lanky. But the mold would grow around that and make them look deformed. And while in some parts they would look malnourished, on other parts they would look like really like turquoise, kind of like this color, and they'd have like really abnormal growths emanating from their body and stuff. So I really want to do something cool here. I want to make it so that the ancient city doesn't have like closed roofs. And the reason why is because I realized that they don't need to have roofs over their head because there's no rain here. So I think that would be a really, really cool little like detail, you know, like they don't need roofs because they don't have any need for them. I think that is like one of the coolest like lore bits I've ever just like that has ever popped up in my brain just now. Anyways, so yeah, then I guess the roof is done for this one. Let's go down to the bottom and like look at it from this direction. I do think that these angled things here, those things at the top, I don't want them there. I do only want like the little, hold on, I'll show you guys what I want. I don't want these parts here on the top. This part right here I can probably keep, but these things right here, don't want to keep them. I do not want that. And I'm pretty sure I do want to extend this out here and this out here like that. And then we do it on all the sides as well, but I don't think I have enough for that. Oh, shoot. That, I need to put that on, and then there. Okay, we need to do that here and here, and I need more deep slate for that. Whoops. Let's get more, just a bit more. I think this will be enough. It'll give me 8, which I think is more than enough. Ow, 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 ow. No, please don't summon the Warden. Please don't do it. We're good, we're good. It's strike 2. This is strike 2. I do need to eat or else I will, like, probably die accidentally. Okay, so, next up is the whole thing where, people would visit the ancient city during this time, but most of the time they would not return, making it kind of like a scary story, that's based on a true story, essentially. Which I think is a really interesting little thing that happens. People would start telling like tall tales about this, and they would start saying how like nobody's ever returned, so people would feel obliged to go there, and then they would die because, I mean, obviously you're not supposed to go there. Let me just see if that looks good. Maybe it does. Having like a little arch here, like this. I think that's cool. Yeah, we're probably gonna need a lot more then. Oops, that was an accident. Go back down and collect these. Here. Yeah, let's make some more then. I'm just gonna make myself a whole other like stack of it. Fine with that, so good. Okay, cool. Then we gotta just carefully make our way back to the top like this. Why do I use elytra? Good question. I don't know. I just feel like putting myself in danger at any given moment, really. Okay, so let's continue with the story a little bit. Most of the people that venture to the ancient city to kind of like because of the stories that have been told by it, handed down from generation to generation or whatever, um, people would never return. And it kept adding on to the story that nobody's ever returned from there, so teenagers and youngins would kind of go down there and they would never come back. And it's kind of tragic, but you know what? It's simply what happened. I'm just telling the story. I'm just a messenger. So, yeah, kind of tragic. But eventually, those who did managed to actually return from the ancient city, because not everybody would like die there. They would all kind of like go down there and they would see what it is and they would just immediately turn around instead of going deeper in. They were convinced that the devil himself was hidden down there, and they told those that they loved or those that they were close to never go down there. You know, they would be like, there'd be like old grandpa, whatever, or Uncle Rob would be like, "Don't ever go down there. It is the most evil thing I've seen." And then the kids would be like, "Oh my god." The mother would be like, "Oh my god, Rob, you're scaring the children." "They will never go down there. They shall never go down there. What I've seen down there is beyond any other evil I've ever encountered." Just go like that forever. So, yeah, that's that. After numerous people have gone missing from a village above the ancient ruins, an investigation was once again launched by a group of curious explorers. They were equipped to deal with an incredible danger, so they delved into the cave thinking they would find a monster or a large animal that has been eating those who went deep enough. They would discover the ancient city and begin documenting their findings. They became the first to conclude that there were several stages to the mold's effects because they stayed there in such a long period of time, and they would camp out at certain areas, um, like on the outskirts of the ancient city, or even within. They would actually hide and stay completely silent for long periods of time, kind of like the whole like, what's it called, the Quiet Place type of thing. I've never really watched that movie, but I know that the whole synopsis of it is that everybody's got to be quiet or else some monsters will attack them. Um, so they became the first to conclude there are several stages to the mold's effects. Stage 1 would be the initial infection and the bouts of psychosis and nightmares. They discovered this when one of their members would become infected and later try to attack them. They had to put him down, sadly. Very tragic. Later on, they discovered that the missing group members had been wandering around the ancient city grounds and were attacking anything that made noise. When attacked by a group of infected cultists, which would actually travel in packs, kind of like in Resident Evil 4, um, what's it called? Like singing fanatical music or whatever, and just like being, you know, the usual fanatical whatevers that they are. Um, what's just get my thoughts straight real quick. I need to like, because I can't look over there and like read and build at the same time. I gotta do like one or the other, so it's a little a little difficult. Um, let me just, do we have any polished deep slate? No, I guess we don't. So let's make some, so we can make it on the go. Oh, okay, okay. So that's all kind of just bricks. Got it. I'm gonna put this back. So the infected stage, the what's it called? When hold on. Later they discovered that the missing group members had been wandering around the ancient city grounds and were attacking anything that made noise. When attacked by a group of infected cultists that would like wander in groups and in packs, they had to fight them off and sneak away due to the sheer number and strength of the cultists. So they were outnumbered and they couldn't fight the cultists. There were just too many of them. They began to write notes of their new findings, and they concluded that stage 2 is when the body begins to show dark masses under the skin, eyes become dry and like yellow because of how dry they are, and the teeth begin to rot because they're literally not eating or doing anything. So the body has nothing to go off of. Lack of hygiene and the fact that their body is decomposing makes the lack of hygiene elevated as a problem. I'm just thinking of like logically what would happen if somebody never showered and actually their skin started to like decompose. It would become problematic, obviously. So that's something that happened to all the infected stage 2 cultists, where they're at the stage where their body no longer like functions properly. And because of this, because of the lack of sleep and lack of nutrition, or sorry, whether it is lack of sleep or whether it is lack of nutrition, they would just begin to seize bodily functions and start to begin to like live off of the fungus that's the mold, the sculk that's growing within them. Eventually, sorry, let me just check on chat just in case. What did I walk in on? I'm literally explaining the lore of my own Minecraft world, because my Minecraft world has insanely good lore. Well, I mean, that's subjective, but I have like an insanely intricate lore in place for the Minecraft world, so I want to just share it with everybody. Anyways, so the bouts of psychosis are constant in stage 2, and the person they become will be indistinguishable from their former self. So what actually happens is they become indistinguishable in how they look. Like, well, you could probably still recognize somebody by their face, but sometimes their face would start to decompose and the mold would take over and it would start to look like extremely, like, I don't know, deformed and kind of like really scary, I guess. So that's something else that happens. What else happens is that they also gain insane regenerative ability, which comes from the mold itself. And they're capable of taking several arrow wounds that would otherwise be fatal to regular people, like to the head or something. Some explorers would leave, becoming overwhelmed with what they have stumbled onto. And they would bring that infection with them if they were infected, and otherwise they would not bring that infection. They would actually be unscathed, but the PTSD that would settle in, logically, it was so incredibly intense that some of them would not live much longer than that. Pretty sure there was only like, I'm pretty sure the way that I wrote it is that there was only like 1 or 2 survivors, and they swore to never speak about it again. Like they took like a pact of silence. They will never speak about this entire subject ever again. So those explorers would leave, becoming overwhelmed with what they've stumbled onto. Other money-hungry explorers press on, knowing that they've stumbled onto completely new research into this mold, and they want to attempt to get to the bottom of what they've found because they're crazed with what they've basically learned, and they want to get to the bottom of it. They're too involved in their work, and they're too like into what they're doing to the point where it just like literally becomes all that they're worried about. Which I think is pretty realistic, considering some people kind of just don't see the danger in what they're doing. They kind of just think they're invincible and just keep going with the hot-headed into what that is that they're doing. So essentially that is what happened, and they're beyond saving at that point. They attempt to get to the bottom of what they found, and at this point only 3 of them remain. These 3 witness new creatures emerging out of the mirror, and they discover the existence of the mirror. The new creatures are no longer human. It seems that the stage 2 infected go into the mirror and come out as stage 3 infected. These are no longer people and mostly monsters made out of mold, very similar to like the Resident Evil 7 molded enemies. If you guys want to search that up, that's what they kind of look like, except they're more like turquoise in color and they have much more deformed features. Making them, stand out a little more. I do think that with the iron that I have, okay, no, the iron over here, I need to like, what the hell is going on? My phone just blew up. Whoops. Sorry about that. Okay. What's going on in the chat? All right. They come out as stage 3 infected out of the mirror. So these are no longer people. They're mostly now monsters made of mold. They feature large gaping mouths, and their eyes are almost glass-like. Tendrils cover their backs and arms and legs. They are extremely hostile and respond aggressively to any source of noise. They do not see, however, at all. Like, their eyes have literally, like, fossilized because of like the way that their body is now completely different than it was before. Their eyes cease to function normally again. And they become like glass-like. They look kind of like glassy. And this is kind of what happens to decomposed bodies because you're not blinking for a long time. Your eyes just become dry. I mean, you can assume that that's what happens. Anyways. Over here, I kind of want to do... I don't know, I kind of want to get rid of this little middle part here. And kind of continue building this wall here. I'm trying to think of, like, what I should keep and what I should get rid of. Because this is a very weird, like... This wall is very weird. It's, like, fit with, like, a sort of a pattern here. Where it's 1, then a 3-block gap, then 1, then 1 block gap, then 1, then that, and then a 3-block gap, and then it does this, and it's just like... Okay, I guess over here we can place deep slate tiles. Because that just kind of makes sense. Yeah, this is a 3-block gap, 1 block gap, 3-block gap, 1 block gap, and then followed by another 3-block gap. Just get rid of all this. Okay. Yeah, talking about this lore actually does make me really excited because I came up with it, like, all pretty much by myself, but I took inspiration from all the things that, you know, I've been playing recently, or all the media I've been consuming recently, and I just think that, like, it fits them all together pretty well because, I don't know, but I've been told all my life that good artists copy and great artists steal. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not like steal outright. It's just use other people's ideas to make your own type of stuff. So essentially that just means like doing your research into stuff and using what worked before in your own art. So, yeah. So these creatures were dubbed skulkers. Like, that's what they're called. And that's where the name Sculk comes from. Due to their movement, which made them appear like they were skulking around the ancient city. So they would limp and essentially kind of skulk around, sneakily moving around. After a while, the last of the group noticed that skulkers had already been around for a while, eventually became one with the mold that they walked on, and would go underground into a deep slumber. These bodies would poke out of the ground partially, creating what is now known as skulk sensors, shriekers, and catalysts. So that's where the name Skulk came from. The skulkers would they would burrow under the ground, and skulk shriekers, sensors, and catalysts would just be the parts of their body sticking out of the ground, essentially. Stage 5 is the final stage of the fungal infection, and it would eventually give life to a creature that is very familiar to those who go down deep enough to find this mold now. These creatures are called Wardens. So that's basically the end of the lore dump. And it all kind of ties in very nicely to what Minecraft is right now and the lore that Minecraft currently has. I just feel like that would be like... I was just like, man, I'd have to kind of tie it back to Wardens, because how would you ignore the Wardens actually spawning in ancient cities deep underground, you know? The best part about this infection is that I made it in a way that it explains why it's so virulent and how it's so dangerous, but it also explains why it hasn't infected the overworld that much, because it can't thrive in direct sunlight. So you basically are lucky to live above ground, and if you're underground, you just have to make sure that you don't delve deep enough, or else the mold might get you, or I don't know, infect your house and then you eventually. So yeah, people would avoid going deep down into the mines ever again. Whatever happened to those researchers, I still have not decided yet. Or I guess let's just say that I don't know what happened to them yet. Because I've not done the research into that. So I just think that tidbit of lore is just very well constructed, in my opinion. Not because I'm biased towards myself and I think that I make the best stories of all time, but just because I've really liked how I connected it back to the actual Minecraft gameplay and lore. I really do want to keep that sort of theme in mind, like connecting it back to the actual universe that I'm in right now. Right, okay, so this bottom half here is entirely deep slate tiles. Let's just do that then. I got a soul lantern, but I have nowhere to put it, so I think I'll put it here, I guess. I don't know. Oops. I like do this here. We're probably gonna put a bunch of deep slate here, like just regular deep slate that I mined before, because I do have a couple stacks to just get rid of. Over at the end here, I can make staircases. I do want to put tidbits of lore here everywhere, so we're probably gonna need a lot of like book and quill and lecterns and stuff. Maybe even chiseled bookshelves would work really well with this entire place, considering chiseled bookshelves are something that I've never used yet, and they're relatively new, and I want to like use them. This could be like a tiny abode, although I'm not really sure how I would build it because it does look really complicated. But I have figured it out before. I guess with this one, I've figured it out already. So, I think that all I really have to do is just put my mind to it. Another thing I'm probably gonna need is a bunch of dark wood. Or dark oak wood, sorry. Dark wood. Dark oak wood. So that I can, do that part right there. Kind of weird how the entrance is, like, on the back side of this. I do not think I like that. But it's okay, I think I'll decide what it is later on. Oh, wow. I went off of Google Docs, and since I have Google Docs in light mode, because I don't think there is a dark mode for it, I switched back to OBS, which is in dark mode, and now my eyes feel so much better. They feel so much more adjusted to this game right now. Alright. Well, there's a bunch of wool over here that I've put down. I do want to just grab all of the dirt I've placed around. Dirt as in, like, netherrack and everything. I do kind of just want to get rid of it. I'm not going to be able to go up there yet, but I think as I build this, I'm going to be able to get rid of the rest of it. But for now, we're just going to do that. These little sections here with, like, little pieces of deep slate. Not cool. Alright. Let me do that, I guess. I do want to rebuild this whole upper layer here. I think I should do the upper layer first, maybe. Who knows? Maybe that's something good to do. Rebuilding the carpet is kind of easy because all we have to do is go under the carpet and just mine out the carpet pieces that are under. This outdoor portion, how will I do it? Over here, hold on. Wait, let me do this middle portion here first, and then we can move on to like the more complicated stuff. Over here we need to do this, and this. And then 3-block gap, and then again, and again. And then 3-block gap. Yeah, it kind of just adds up. Break this, break that. And then literally trying to fill in the blanks is kind of fun, but it's also kind of difficult. Like, really difficult. I think I know how it goes now. Hold on, I just feel like I want to do the chiseled deep slate thing first. So this is all. Whoops. Am I out? Almost. Let's make more tiles. Okay. And then these will probably just be bricks. And then I'll just get more polished pieces because we're gonna need those as well for this build here specifically. 2, 3. Put down deep slate brick here, and then put down deep slate tiles. Do we need that? Yes, we do. We need deep slate tiles here. Here and here. Yeah, I think I figured out the pattern here. There's a distinct pattern, and it's quite easy to replicate, honestly. Yeah, just continue this all the way across like this, and then do that. And then we can just do... Wait, hold on. Do we have any sort of missing pieces here? More chiseled pieces. We got to place down like this and this. And 1, 2, 3. This one there. See, this all kind of just lines up perfectly with the design that is supposed to be here. So that's great how it isn't like randomly placed. I don't have to make a design on my own. Alright, let me just destroy all the Sculk here. It's kind of... One, it's bothering me. 2, it doesn't need to be here anyways in the first place, so... That's what I meant, like, I'm probably just gonna eliminate most of this, like, the veins here, like, as I go through actually building the thing. So I've eliminated most of the Sculk down here. I've been doing this ancient city area here for, like, I think, like, 5 streams now, in total. That's, like, 10 hours of just spending time down here. I'm really fascinated about the ancient cities. Like, I feel like they're one of the most fascinating Minecraft areas of all time. I guess this is the staircase to get into here. But it literally looks like just a bunch of rubble. Which kind of... Oh, I think I know what it is. Okay. There's supposed to be like a huge sidewalk here. See, look, because it extends all the way until like right here. This is a huge sidewalk. And there's supposed to be a section of the bridge here too that we need to like fill in entirely. So this bridge is going to take a while to build. So fair warning. Because we're missing a lot of the build itself here. I think I will do this here. So for this, I just need to fill in the blanks with more of these. And I think destroy this one guy here, and then there you go. Okay. Now I need to go to the other side and equip these. Oops, that was an accident. Alright, and then we can just... We'll work on this section of the bridge first, and then we'll work on doing the other stuff, because that stuff is quite expensive. Okay, we need more bricks. We're probably gonna need more cobbled deep slate in general very soon, because, man, this is gonna be literally my most expensive build of all time in capital letters. Oops, that was an accident. Do that, and then we turn this into bricks, and then leave the others as polished in case I need to turn it into either bricks or deep slate tiles, or maybe keep it as is. I do need polished deep slate as well for this little build here. I say little, but well, actually, you know what? This build should be, I think, a little bit smaller than the other ones, I guess. Yeah, I think this kind of checks out. Okay. Now what we need to do is stone bricks need to line the middles here, and we need deep slate tiles going down the bottom side like this. Just running across kind of like a straight path now. And then the same thing should be on the top as well. Let's run it down this way. Oops, I knew I was gonna drop down and misplace something. And then there you go. Now in the middle here, we just need to do this, and this. So for every single place that there's a chiseled deep slate piece, we have to do that. And then in between, we have to do deep slate bricks like this in the triple spots. There's lava here. I think I might have like a lore piece here. I'd just be like, hey, whoever decided to build here out of wood, I can hear lava bubbling whenever I put my ear to the ground. Aren't we concerned about like some sort of fire hazard? I feel like that would be like a nice little like cliche audio log or something like that, you know what I mean? Cliche cliche little journal entry in the game. I think that'd be really funny. So deep slate tiles like this. What we can also do is we can put torches against the walls here, like this. So the wall is finished. Pretty sure in a couple parts of the wall I'm gonna like build like I guess like a thing going in, so that you can like cross to the other side essentially. Because otherwise it's like two separate hallways. It's like why is this even a thing? Like what I can do is actually since right here. Wait, where's the staircase to get in here? This is the staircase, right? So right here would be a good place to kind of like have this sort of thing here. And then it kind of like allows you to go through. And then whenever there's a staircase going in like this, we just build like a little archway going in like this. And then that way it'll help people traverse to the other side as well. And in between we'll do that. And then over here we'll do the same thing. Oh, it's already the same thing. Cool. That's good news. Now to repair this carpet here. I want to repair this one. Like this. Alright, I think repairing the ceiling will be the most expensive part about this because I don't think I will have enough wool to do it. Maybe if I dig under the carpet here a little more, maybe I will, but I need to repair the ceiling carpets now. It'd be a lot easier to get a bunch of wool and gray dye for this. But I do have shears and the will to literally just eliminate like a lot of this wool here. Yeah, we can dig a hole through there, and we can also dig one out from under here because we're going to be placing more carpets down here anyway. I really like those types of tidbits of lore where something seems to be one thing, but it's actually a completely different other thing. Like red herrings, basically. Red herrings are like so underused in a lot of like media, or they're used really wrongly. Like they're used to like say like tell main plot points. Whereas it's not like something like a side plot or something, or it's not like really a good red herring. It's kind of just like, oh my god, this little thing that you missed in episode 3 is now come back to haunt you. Oh, this little thing that you thought was true? Nah. I feel like misleading the audience could be done very well. You just have to like do it right. That is really the hard part of anything, doing it right and doing it well. Okay, I've almost repaired the top part here. I just have to... Did I actually repair? Oh no, there's like a bunch at the end here that I think I missed. 1, 2. And then here I am, out of carpet again. All right, we do need to extend it all the way to the end, as I wanted to. I think I've already gotten rid of like all the carpet here. Am I running out of food? It's crazy. It's nuts even. Yeah. All right. This we can also use. Cool. Okay, let's get out of here. Any more wool just chilling anywhere? Jeez, that's a lot of wool that I've just excavated. Pretty sure somewhere around down here the wool continues, so let's just keep breaking out holes until we see more. Here it is. I can dig in through here sneakily. I'll just do this. There it is. I just thought, like, of a way that the ancient city could be made into, like, a refurbished ancient city. My whole original idea is some, like, wizard apprentice thing, but I think that's a little too, like, weird for the type of, like, tone that the story took. I feel like right at the center somewhere, I don't know where the center would be, but, like, wherever the center is, maybe even above the cemetery, somebody would have drilled down to the bottom, and that would have caused all the light to make all the Sculk kind of like not deadly anymore, because they drilled all the way from the top of the world to the bottom, basically making light come down here and making all the Sculk kind of die off in this ancient city, kind of coming up with a way to purify this ancient city from the beginning, and eventually the Sculk would slowly start to like deteriorate and like cease to exist, except for the Sculk on the roof of the thing, which would appear kind of like a starry sky at any given moment, and would be considered to be like, this city would become refurbished and become like an important tourist attraction, like a really good tourist attraction of some sort. Where people would just like go down into the caves below and just like live here for a bit. And that means that all the houses that are here would have to be made into living spaces. And we'd have to have like some sort of like attractions of sorts. Sorry, I love whistling. It's like a thing I have. 1, 2, and then 3. Then 1, 2, and then 3. Okay. Yeah, these also line up really nicely, and there's a soul lantern in the middle of each one. So let me just repair this part here, because I believe it deserves to be repaired. I just do something like this, and then just keep going this way. And then just keep going like that. This place doesn't need that. Although I think what I can do is do something a little different. Hold on, let me just combine this and this for extra inventory space. Put this like this here, and then skip this, and then put another one here. And then, does this kind of like line up? Is this like a proper lineup? It's 5 block gap, 5 block gap, and then this should be... It's 5 block gap, it should be in the middle. 5 block gap. Oh, that right here just kind of showed me what I need to do. Okay. We need to do in like that, in like that. And then over here, there's a bit of a... There's that. And then over here, there should be another pillar going 3 up like that. So, I'm not going to really build it in detail yet, but we'll get there when we get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So that is here. What is the roof looking like? Literally just stone bricks with a lantern in the middle on a chiseled piece. So we just have to do that and copy that design then. Let me equip the chiseled pieces. How many do I have? Like quite a bit actually. I'll keep that going then. We do need a lot of soul lanterns as well, so I might have to do a little bit of a crafting session. that was really funny to me. What's so funny, punk? Okay. Then it kind of just extends by 1 here. But what's cool is that over here, it kind of does this like weird thing here where it puts like this at the very end of it. So I think right here we could probably do like a staircase of sorts made of stone bricks. This is just me making it up at this point. And then doing something like this. Maybe I'll make it out of deep slate tiles or something. Or maybe even better. You do this here and then chisel it like that. That's kind of cool. And then we just do this 1 more level. And then this should be level ground here because I'm going to be placing a lot of deep slate down here. Like regular deep slate. So that's there. And this should be here. I'm thinking that maybe we should also have guardrails on this side or something. Those guardrails are going to be made out of chiseled, or not chiseled, polished deep slate. So we could do something like this. It's all going to be like regular deep slate, so I'm not really worried about that. And then over here we do the exact same thing. And then we leave a gap here because I said so. Alright, so there you go. A lot of this is starting to really shape up to be a good bridge, I think. I never thought I'd be actually like making it so fast too. We do need to repair this side of it to its fullest potential. Also need to do the lantern placement and stuff. Do I have any more bricks? I need to make more. I'll take like half this stack and make more bricks with it. Like so. Here we are. 1, 2. And then here we are. And then here we have to place the last stilt, I guess you could call it that. So right in the middle, we have chiseled piece. I think we're going to run out, so we might have to make more. Shame. Thought it'd be so easy. But unfortunately, nah. Nah, it will not be easy. This is interesting here. The fact that there's like a little patch of wood here. I'll keep it. Like, I'll keep the patch of wood. I'm just like a little confused about it. The way that it was built here. It's a little peculiar build choice. Okay. We have all of these. We need to place these ceiling pieces here. 2. Oops. Kind of sounds like this song sounds like it would be in like a deep sea documentary. I don't know if that's like slanderous to say. It does really fit it though, if you really think about it. Like you're under the water.
This is the anglerfish. Some know it as the king of all scary fish. With its frightening gaping mouth and the singular light illuminating its way through the depths of the ocean, it is considered to be a very dangerous fish. Only rivaled by such as the one-eyed squid and the random growths that made...
Sorry, I can't. I don't really know that many deep sea creatures off the top of my head.
They can be up to...
Oh, flip. Did I just kill my stream? That happens all the time. Damn it, dude. Nope. Just randomly died, I guess. Okay, cool. No, we're good. We're good. We should be good.
Whenever anybody thinks about the deep sea, the first thing they think about is the anglerfish. Being acclimated to such deep depths of the ocean, it has developed a rather unique physique. Its teeth are deformed by the insane pressure of the water. And its eyes are hollow, just like the sea that surrounds it.
I could go on for a really long time about anglerfishes, dude. Damn, I could yap about anglerfishes. Did I? Oh, no, I still have some left. Okay. Okay. I do still have some. Okay. There's a lot of lava in that one spot there. Almost bothers me. I do have to put the rest of the wool here as well. This ancient city about to be not ancient. Watch this, guys. Watch this. Maybe I should do something like this. Hold on, and then this, and then break this. And then on top of it, do like something like that to kind of cap it off. I don't know. Just kind of looks cool. Make it like a part of the whole build or whatever. Whatever. Okay. We do need soul lanterns, and I'm pretty sure I have iron to do that, to get at least a little more of those. I think this should be enough to get like 2 more. They're really expensive. Lanterns are very expensive. I wish you made like 2 of them in one go. I feel like that would have been more fair, but they are a very pretty building block, or I guess lighting source. It's very good that they added them into the game. They're very pretty, genuinely. I really do like them. They're one of my favorite lighting sources. So, like, new updates can add good stuff. Like, they usually do. I don't know why everybody's like... I feel like my opinion of Minecraft has changed throughout this entire year that I've been streaming it for. I genuinely just... I'm looking forward to new updates. The only issue with it is that they're making a lot of useless stuff, like sniffers. Who the hell is going to use sniffers? Who the hell is going to even come across one? Where do you even find them? I don't know. Nether. Nether is really exciting. It's a new dimension. If they could just go ahead and add a new dimension to the game and just say... We listen to you. We're going to add things that people are actually going to run through in their entire playthrough. Great news. This is great news. If you would like to access more endgame content after the end, there's a new dimension that we've unlocked for those who are looking for something more of a challenge, you know, than the Ender Dragon. You can fight the Sculk Beast. Or something, I don't know. And it would tie very well into my lore, coincidentally. The lore that I've invented. Gosh, I'd be actually such a great Minecraft developer, to be honest. I'm just saying, like, I'd be like absolutely phenomenal at this. Right, okay, you place them sideways whenever you don't... This is such a weird thing. Okay, never mind. We're good. You can place deep plate sideways, okay. Alright, so that's that. We can do something like this. That way it kind of does look pretty cool. We just have to, like, maybe kind of like sculpt it a little more, but I think I have the right idea going. So the bottom part of this bridge is pretty much finished from what I can see. I have no complaints about the bottom part here. Although we do have to continue the bridge forward this way. How much time do we have left? About 30 minutes. Do you guys think I can do it in 30 minutes? I think I can. Just have to build the frame first. Damn it. I fell into the hole. Then there's a little bit of polished deep slate left that I can use to make more of these, and then I don't have to go all the way back. But then I'm gonna need it anyway. I'm gonna need polished deep slate anyway. Alright. I also think I'm gonna repair these like little things here. I'm gonna probably work on the sidewalk. I'm gonna need a lot of deep slate tiles for that, so let me prepare the sidewalk. Because I'm pretty sure it's literally gonna start at the very end here. It's gonna go all the way down there, and we're gonna need a lot of deep slate for that. Pretty much half this chest of deep slate is gonna be just that sidewalk. So let's get prepared. I am gonna put some of my deep slate blocks away that I don't really need for this build specifically. I'm probably gonna need these and these. Not going to need iron nuggets and the iron ingots for now, and the soul torch as well. These specific slabs I'm not gonna need. I'm gonna need only tile slabs, so maybe cracked stone bricks won't need. All this deep slate piece. I think that's it. I think everything else I will need. And I think this is enough inventory space for me to do something like this. Okay, for now we're going to start with that. I'm going to try to figure out where it is that the sidewalk will begin. There's a piece of deep slate slab just leading here. I'm going to assume that it was just a random placed one and it's not actually part of any build. So I'm just going to be hopefully assuming a lot of things, by the way. Cool. Then we can continue down this way. And oh yeah, it does extend out by 1 again. Okay, let's do that then. Okay, that's 1 stack gone. I think that I have enough to do this whole thing, but I might be wrong. I usually am wrong with these measurements. Okay, how far do we want it? Maybe up until here would be perfect. Up until where the staircase is. They should have like a corruption feature in this game where where it's not like the Terraria corruption where it like actually spreads, but like if you purify an ancient city, then the ancient city music stops playing and mobs might be able to spawn again, maybe. I don't know. I feel like that's more of just like a cool feature, but it's not really quality of life. It honestly just makes my job a lot harder. But it would be kind of cool if that was actually how they did it, how they went about it. I believe that it would be like pretty unique. Okay, yeah, we're totally getting this entire thing done. Okay. I don't know what this here is supposed to be. Like these little pieces here, but I'm going to take them out and I'm going to replace them with more of the sidewalk. How far apart are these? 2 apart. These are 2 apart with no entrance here as well. So they kind of just like put them wherever they want. Meaning I could put one here if I want to. Wait, hold on. It'd be 1, 2, pillar, and then... Oh yeah, no, that does not work out. Okay, we're going to pick these up then and then place more sidewalk then. I'll decide later what I want to do with it specifically, but I'm going to try to make like an actually good-looking sidewalk that's all of the same type of stone here. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna need deep slate tile blocks, but actually wait, we could just make those right now. Hold on. 1, 2, and then wait, hold on, where'd you go? 3. Here we are. Now we can just continue doing the deep slate tile build part. We're gonna need a lot more wool too. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Okay, we'll eventually get that done as well. Alright, this part is kind of done. 13 of these. I think I'm gonna make more bricks as well. Just because we're gonna need those. We're gonna extend this top part here. Okay, we're gonna need to do the pillars, the polished deep slate pillars, but I don't have any polished deep slate on me, so whoopsie daisy. Oh, whoopsie, I guess. Whoops. Honest mistake. Honest mistake. Okay. I'm gonna take out the shears and use them all up. Okay, well, let's know where the fire is. This is fire. This is, guys, this is so fire. Aha. That's just a little more wool. It's not enough to get by, I believe, but whatever. Better than nothing. I think we can at least do this a little more. And then we'll repair the rest of it some other time. I do think I'm going to need something like this going across. Like that. Okay. I'm gonna need to do something like this. Pillar would go here. This could be like an entrance, I guess. It kind of does look like a really good place to put an entrance. And plus it's like 2 across from that one, so it could be just like a triple entrance. One there, and then one here as well. So this would be entrance here. 1, 2, 3. Wait. That doesn't line up properly. Like, this pillar is not placed in the right spot. It's supposed to be put one thing back here. Maybe because it's segmented, that's why. Hold on, I need to put an alarm for... Set an alarm for 5:30? No. Wrong. Wrong. Turn that off. Set an alarm for 6:30. Okay. Sorry, I'm just really lazy to like go to the app and make an alarm manually. I just like let Siri do it for me. Yeah, I'm that type of guy. Alright. I'm gonna do my own thing. Okay. Here we go. Up Roonies. So there'd be a pillar here, right? Pillar here, then 1, 2, and a pillar here. Wait. This does not add up. That does kind of add up. This here. 1, 2. Pillar here. So we do need to move this pillar a little back here. Oops, here. So let me just count this again. Let me just actually just put. Let's just put the pillar here, and then when I get more, I'll just continue that thing. We do have a lot of extra deep slate slabs now. Oh whoops. Oh whoops. Put them all in here, and then grab something that I actually need. Pretty sure I used all my chiseled ones up. Sad. We'll just get more then. Let's get a half a stack of chiseled. Then a half a stack of bricks. Because we already have bricks. And we'll have like 64 and then some. Let's get tiles. And let's get some polished ones. Perfect. I can keep going. I'm running out of food. Not cool. I think I might have more like somewhere, but for now I am technically running out of food. Okay, so deep slate tiles. We need to do the chiseled thing again, where we do... Are these always, like, across from these? Okay. Yeah, I think so. So it'd be 2 more here, then a 3-block gap, then 2 more here, and then it's a 2-block gap, which is kind of weird. I'm just pretty sure that they kind of messed up the build here or something. Or maybe I did. Who knows? Wait, 1, 2, then that, and 3-block gap, then that. No, it should add up here, but it doesn't because I'm pretty sure this is like a disconnected bridge. But we're connecting it for some reason. For good reason, actually. A great reason. Hold on. This is a 3-block gap. And this should be here. This here. And then we gotta just basically do that entire design. Triple here. Does that triple work? No, no, no. It's supposed to be... Yeah, it's supposed to be that. Okay, wait, let me just get rid of this then. And what's supposed to happen is... Let's take out deep slate bricks and deep slate tiles. Those are the 2 things we need. Deep slate tiles have to go like this. We'll do the bottom half first, because we've already done that. Have to continue the design like this. And then above these, we have to do this. And then above those, we just have to put another chiseled piece. Chiseled here, here. Another one here and here. And then above that, not above that, but on that same, sorry, my brother just screamed at the top of his lungs. I feel very bad for, I had to hear that. He's kind of just like a background character in most of my streams, you know? Like, everybody can just hear him. Whoops. Alright, then we do large deep slate. Yeah, there you go. And then we do that, that. And I think, yeah, I think we're good. For this spot right here, we want to do this, and we want to do this. Kind of make it go back up here. And then here we want to place 2 pieces of bricks like this. And right over here, we want to do a little entrance to the other side. Like this. And now I need to get, like, wool. Like, really, really badly. I need to get wool badly. I kind of want to take a quick trip home, but I don't want to do that today, so I might just keep it the way it is and then work on it later on. Might want to, like, I don't know if this is going to be like a pain in the butt, but taking, well, it probably definitely is going to be a pain in the butt to take like a bunch of sheep and just move them here to like always produce wool for me and just farm it and put it all into a shulker box. I mean, what I could do is I could go home and farm a bit, put it into like a whole shulker box full of gray wool if I just add the dye, the necessary dye to it, and then that'd be gray dye. Gray dye is black and white together. Black, you need ink. White, you need bone meal. How else can you make black dye? Wither roses. You can do wither roses. You can do other stuff too, but no, can you? I need to remember if it's only wither roses and black or ink. Sorry. Yeah. I guess we'll just continue the bridge design in general. We do kind of have the entire thing set up in a way. Except for on this side, we need to do 2, 3. We also need to set up the deeps, the chiseled parts here as well. And we need to redo the build here as well. Make the sidewalk and the this should probably be a staircase going up, shouldn't it? It's a little offset, so I'm assuming that I'll move it myself, but besides that, I think, yeah, there's supposed to be a staircase somewhere there. I'll just move it over this side and have it be whatever it is. This is supposed to be in the middle. For now, yeah, we're going to do that. And then supposed to do 1, oops, 1, and then 2, and then this here. Huh. That is interesting. Okay. On this side, it's moved down a bit. So we need to do a different type of design here. So yeah, the staircase is technically supposed to be where I did just put it down on. All right. And then we have to break this. Move this over this way, like 1 and 2. Technically, the staircase is supposed to be right here. Yeah, it does actually line up with the way that I'm supposed to do it. Yep. Okay, cool then. That is what's going to happen. Then we need to do 1, 2, and 3. Then we can just add this here for... Cool, yeah, just scare the absolute crap out of me. I'm totally fine with that, yeah. Yeah, just do that. Yeah, this does all end up lining up perfect. And I'm supposed to also do this across. Hold on, let me just make my way over and just... You know what I totally forgot is to like extend this part of the bridge out on like that side. You're supposed to do that all the way. So we can actually begin doing that, to be honest. Not a bad idea. I'll get rid of some of the Sculk here. It's kind of like peeking out. Are out? Nope, but almost. It's a very expensive part of the build, I think. Eventually, I'm going to revisit this build and then add embellishments onto everything, making it like more unique looking. Just because I feel like that's usually my way of going about my Minecraft builds is I take a long break from them and then come back to them whenever I feel like there's something underbaked after a bit of time of looking at it. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I did do the exact same thing on both the sides. Over here, what we can do is kind of just do this and then this to cap it off. Like this. I feel like that works really well. Makes it have this weird rounded design, which I am really going for right now. Oh yeah, by the way, populating this place with villagers, which are kind of like tourists, I feel like that would be really fun too. That is quite the motive, I think. I think personally, it's quite the motive. Alright. Okay. Then I need to carefully place a piece down here and just kind of continue this along this way. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? No way. That actually like landed right on that spot. Wait, let me see if that... Let's... Oh, no, never mind. There's more to go, but... That is kind of still cool. Okay, so we need lanterns. We need... I also need to place the chiseled pieces here. So let me just break these and then place them down like this. Chiseled piece right here. I think we're good. All right. That's that piece of wool here. Just gonna collect it. There's a whole other bridge here, dude. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Kind of eliminated a little more than I needed to there, but it's fine. eventually we'll make up for it in other things. So yeah. Let me use the wool that I have here. It's probably not going to make it's not going to make much of a difference, but wait, hold on. I forgot that there's this side here that just really needs the wool a lot more than the ceiling right now. Alright, no, I think we're good for now. Hold on one second, guys. Alright. Okay. Oh damn, I'm missing another piece, dude. I was so certain that it was 2 pieces that I was missing, and then I need to get another one. Okay. This underside, we're probably just gonna get rid of the whole thing anyway. Like later on, though. Okay, I think over here we're gonna do the chisel deep slate thing here. Does that work out? Yeah, it does. We can kind of make a staircase here as well, but it needs to mirror the exact design that the others have, so... Okay. It's here, and then it's that. Okay, okay. That kind of makes sense. You do this, and then the lower part of it is just this. Boink, boink, boink. Alright. And then that, like, little piece there, what is that? Okay, it's deep slate tile. I just put that there for now. Do that, and then a quick little that, and then perfect. We could do this on the other side as well, but I won't do it yet because I want to just eliminate that whole thing later when I'm doing the sidewalk on this side as well. So we'll get to that later. What else is there to do? The bridge seems to be mostly finished anyway. The only thing is that there's no way to get to the top portion of it. Not that I know of. And there's usually ladders to get to the top, but I don't want it to be a ladder-based type of approach. I want to do it in a different way. I want to... I want to take a different approach with it. Okay, this right here, this huge fortress here is going to be one of the hardest parts of this build to do. Honestly. But a lot of it has been done for me. All I have to do is just look at the detail around it and like try to get as much of the detail down as possible. This part right here is going to be interesting to do because in the middle here, what I could do is I could have plots of grass and with like crops on it or something on each of these areas here. This part right here is also kind of interesting considering there's just a bunch of like candles around, strewn around. This is another bridge on top of that one over there. And this right here is kind of like an altar. This one could also be one as well. Although it looks a lot more like this building just flipped around. They honestly do kind of look like the same building just flipped around. Just look at the wall back there, and then look at this one right here. It's kind of the same thing. We'll see what we can do with these, because maybe these could be just houses and like, like actual plots to live on. Just think about it makes me excited. I'm gonna end the stream early today because we've been doing a lot of streams over time. So right now I'm out of ideas and I want to kind of sit on it a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream, as you guys usually do. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.